Oh, shit! Oh! Oh! Wait, where the fuck is my chair? Oh my... God damn it. God. Oh! That fucking hurt. Okay, my back actually hurt from that. Oh, hey! What's up? Welcome to my video, and yeah. Anyways, hey yo, Sakura Flames here. I know I don't usually sit down and do these kinds of videos. Usually I'm out and about, like actually doing stuff, moving around, being crazy, but this time around I figured, what the hell, I might as well sit down, chillax, enjoy a little bit of quiet time. But that's not all that we've came here for, obviously. I have been getting back into Boneworks. I dare say it's one of the best VR games out there, and I'm also a guy that loves shooting guns. So I figured, what the hell? I'll go ahead and rate all the guns in Boneworks. Can't be too hard, right? I'd use a ranking system, you know, a little bit of a tier list, but problem is I couldn't find and I couldn't be bothered to make a good one. So we'll set it up like this. I'll have the ammo, I'll have the guns, and most importantly, we're gonna need some enemies. We could go with zombies, null bodies, but I want to try something like, I guess, more human, more of a standard target. So we'll be using good old Ford. Sorry ahead of time, Ford. It looks like you're going to be in for quite the beating. Alright, so right off the bat, we're going to start with the small arms, your pistols. These things are trusty, they're quick to draw, and most importantly, they're some of the first guns you will ever get a hold of in Boneworks. In Bone Lab, they might be different, but we're not in Bone Lab, obviously. We're in Boneworks. The Eater 22. You love it, or you hate it. And honestly, I'm in the middle. The real-life representation of the Glock 22, the Eater 22 is a rapid-fire pistol that has a huge magazine with very manageable recoil, but very low stopping power. With the size of the ammo magazine, you can probably dual wield, and you can mag dump the crap out of anything that gets near you. Personally, I've seen this gun a lot in the main campaign. Sometimes I'll open a locker, oh, it's there, or maybe I'll find it in a box or a crate. But it's not the first thing I would grab, personally. I want something that has a little more oomph to it. Against the Fords, this thing 2-taps to the head, but I believe it takes 5 or 6 shots to the body before they finally go down. I'm not keeping track of my shots, so don't sue me in the comments. Overall, this is a good starter pistol. It's got the manageable recoil, allows you to rapid fire and remain accurate, but it's only a starter gun. If you want something that will really put down enemies quickly, you'll want to grab one of the other sidearms that I'll be talking about later on in the video. But as of currently, I'd give this 6 out of 10. Ah, yes, the P350. Made by Bauer, not Sig Sauer. The P350 is a medium type of gun. It sits somewhere in the middle between the Eater 22 and the 1911, which I'll be talking about later on. It's got an average size magazine with average recoil and average stopping power. It's really kind of just average everything. This is a rare gun. Since this was added later on in future patches, I have yet to see it in the main campaign. I think like maybe once I saw it in the vendor shops, but that's about it, really. Against the Fords, this thing can either 1-tap or 2-tap, depending on how accurate you are, to the head. And roughly 4 to 5 shots, sometimes 6 if you're not lucky, to the body. Overall, this gun is... I would take this over to Eater 22, but since it's so rare, I either have to go for the Eater or the 1911. But we're not going off of chances, we're going off of how well this thing works. And personally, I'd give it a 7 out of 10. Well, if anything, at least it ain't like Sig Sauer's P320, which, well, you know exactly what I'm talking about. The 1911. Holy heavens, I love this thing. It might have the smallest magazine in the entire game, but holy crap, the stopping power behind this thing. Oh, it is an absolute legend. There's a reason this gun is so freaking famous. It's survived multiple world wars, and now here it is in Boneworks. The recoil is absolutely, well, it's not the worst. There are worse recoil guns out there, but this one, you're gonna want to two-hand it. You can try and dual wield them, but you're most off going to smack yourself in the face. Against the Fords, this thing will 1-tap to the head, and I believe 3 or 4 shots to the body will take out an enemy. God, I really want to rate this gun really high, but I don't want to sound and come off too biased, so I give this one 9 out of 10. If I were biased, I'd give it a 10 out of 10, but that's not what I'm here for. The stapler. Oh god, I don't even know what this thing is. It's got an oversized magazine that doesn't even fully slip inside the pistol. It's oversized in just about everything. And the iron sights on this thing, it's like, I get it. It's a gun that was put together from scrap pieces of metal, but that does not explain the absolutely gargantuan recoil. Like, are you seeing how hard my arm is flinging back just from firing this thing? Like, oh my god! I can literally smack myself in the face even when I'm two-handing it. Like, what the hell? I get it. This is a collab weapon. This is from Hover Junkers. But the recoil is absolutely inexcusable. Still, against the Fords, this thing has similar firepower to the 1911, if not more. It'll 1-tap to the head, and I think it takes 3 to 4 shots to the body. Since this gun does not appear in the main campaign, I'm only going off of what I know about it. But I like the firepower, I like the huge mag count, but the recoil is just way too overblown. Like, I give this one a 4 out of 10. And if you think I'm exaggerating about the stapler's recoil, let me show you something. This is my Trista Arms Seeker model revolver. It's chambered in 500 Magnum. Thing fires like an absolute beaut. And I will fire it a couple of times just to demonstrate. I'm going to empty the whole cylinder. Yeah, this thing has less recoil than the goddamn stapler. Let that sink in for a moment. This revolver, which fires a massive cartridge, doesn't even compare to the stapler. Alright, next up on the list is the SMGs. These are some of the second kinds of guns that you will encounter in the game. They have a lot of ammo, they spray a lot of bullets, and you're probably going to be carrying one for the most part until you can get a hold of an assault rifle. Oop, there we go. Sorry about that. I don't know how long that guy was there for. I don't even know what this one is. Is this supposed to be an Uzi? Or is it a MAC-10? This SMG is clearly struggling with its identity. I've seen this thing a lot of times in the main campaign, and I do use it every here and there, but I'm finding it hard to like it. Like, sure, its compact size means you can holster it like a pistol, you can draw it like a pistol, and you can dual wield it like a pistol. The recoil is manageable. The fire rate is not terrible for an SMG, but it's trying to be too many things all at once. You know the old saying, try to impress everybody and you won't impress nobody? The Uzi is kind of like this. Against Fords, it's pretty manageable. It's pretty decent, but that's really about it. There's no positives, there's no negatives. Maybe I'm not seeing something in the Uzi that you guys are, but personally, I'd rate this thing a 5 out of 10. The MP5. Holy guacamole, I freaking love this thing. You've seen it in so many different games, from Counter-Strike, which the gun then got ported to Left 4 Dead. Then you've seen it in like other games, maybe under a different name. But the MP5 is absolutely iconic. If we had persistent inventory, I'd be carrying this thing around the whole campaign. I'm getting sidetracked here. Anyways. This gun is, it's got a large magazine, it's got the signature MHK slap reload, which I freaking love to do, and the fire rate is faster than the Uzi, so bonus points over that. Against the Fords, well, it's an SMG, you spray a lot of bullets, spray and pray, but it certainly gets the job done. And it's a lot easier to reload, too. Honestly, there's not too much I can really say about this gun, aside from what I said earlier. But it's good, it's reliable. If I see this in the campaign, I'm immediately grabbing it. And probably ditching my pistol in the process. I'd give this gun a 9 out of 10. I know you guys are probably thinking, oh no, Sakura's gonna get a 10 out of 10. Nah, I don't want to seem too biased, alright? There are some downsides. Maybe I don't see them right away. But there are people that would take an Uzi over an MP5, so I don't want to seem like that guy. The MP5K and its many variations. I'm gonna say this right now. I like the MP5, and I like the slap reload on a thing. But the MP5K, the shortened version, it's on a weird middle ground for me. Personally, I like that it retains like the characteristics of a normal MP5. My problem is, there's no stock. Like, sure, you're meant to fire it from the hip, but these all come with their own iron sights. Like, sure, one of them comes with a hollow sight. One of them is the Saber Lake Yellow. It fires much faster than normal. And then there's the blue one with its flashlight. When I did the sewer level, I believe it was, I kept this thing on me all the time because it was the only thing I used to freaking see down there in that shithole. But it's basically just a shortened MP5. The only reason I'm not doing these separately is because they function all the same way. My only gripe with the hollow sight MP5 is, well, the hollow sight kind of gets in the way. Like, I go to slap the MP5, I'm gonna end up smacking the hollow sight instead. And, well, you have no idea how much that hurts. So, I'm going to rank them all, like, individually still. So, normal MP5, I'd give it a 5 out of 10. The yellow Saber Lake MP5, I'd say is a 7 out of 10. Manageable, but you'll burn through ammo really quickly. Flashlight MP5 is an 8 out of 10 for its functionality. The hollow sight, a 3 out of 10. Oh boy, and now here comes the fun part. Assault rifles. Okay, there are only 2 types of assault rifles in the game. There's the M16, and then there's the MK18. But each of them have their own variations that make them unique in their own ways. Now, there are going to be some that I'm going to review together because they are functionally the same. But the ones that deserve their own review, I will be covering them individually. Without further ado, let's go. I guess we'll start from the bottom, the barrel, the M16 Naked. This thing is uncanny in of itself. It's as if this M16 was dipped into the void, and it had to be stripped of its iron sights, leaving you with this giant Picatinny rail. I really don't know if I can find anything good to say about this other than it's an assault rifle, and you can do some serious damage with it. But because you have no iron sights, no way to aim, all you can really do is either hip fire or aim down the rail and pray that you can hit your target. This thing is like a last-ditch weapon. Like, say you're in a pinch, you've lost your guns, you see this M16 Naked lying on the ground, you don't have a choice. You're grabbing it, you're shooting your enemies. But me, I'd sooner use this thing as a bat than an actual gun. This gun has almost no redeeming qualities other than the fact that it's an assault rifle. This thing is getting a 1 out of 10. The M16 and MK18 iron sights. Okay, so I'm gonna, like I said, I will review these guns together because they are functionally the same assets. They have iron sights on them. You can actually aim with them. But while the M16 trades fire rate for power, the MK18 does the opposite. you'll experience a faster fire rate with the MK18, but that means you'll also chew through ammo really quickly. The M16, on the other hand, it's much more manageable. You'll be able to conserve ammo on the go, and you can fire in controlled bursts a lot easier. Both of these guns have their own qualities, but if I were in a pinch and I had a choice, I would more than likely grab the MK18 for its faster fire rate. Honestly, it's just satisfying gunning down a whole bunch of Ford zombies and nobody with this thing. Or even better yet, those freaking Omni-Ball thingies, whatever they're called, the cleanup crew, whatever they are, they don't stand a chance against the MK18. So, the M16 Iron, I will give a 7 out of 10, and the MK18, 8 out of 10. The M16 and MK18 lasers. Okay, so I have seen more of the M16 laser than I have the MK18. I don't remember where in the campaign you find the MK18 lasers, but since they exist, I will include them. These things are an absolute godsend when you want to spray and pray, but you also want to conserve your ammo. With the addition of these laser sights, you immediately become more accurate, just overall. You don't even need to aim down the sights. Just point your laser at the target, fire away. Again, the same concepts apply here. M16 has more power, MK18 has a faster fire rate, but in this case, I would rather take the M16 just for its stopping power alone. The MK18 burns through ammo really quickly, and that would leave me in a pinch. So, with the M16 laser, I give this a 9 out of 10. And the MK18 laser, 8 out of 10. The MK18 hollow sight, and the MK18 Saber Lake. Okay, so I believe the MK18 hollow sight is one of the first assault rifles you will see in Bone Lab, but this is Boneworks. I don't remember the last time I've seen the normal hollow sight, but I do remember seeing the Saber Lake variation a couple of times. Just like with its MP5K counterpart, the MK18 Saber Lake has an increased fire rate over the normal MK18, which means you put down enemies faster, but you also chew through a lot of ammo faster. The same rules apply, but personally, I would take the normal MK18 over the Saber Lake variation, just because I like to conserve ammo, and because I also like bashing the crap out of enemies. MK18 normal hollow sight, I give it 7 out of 10. The MK18 Saber Lake, 6 out of 10. The M16 ACOG. Oh my god, you have no idea how hard it was not to just brush away every single gun and deem this thing the king. I'm not sure if you know this about me, but I love long-range weapons. DMRs, snipers, you name it, I gravitate towards them. And the M16 ACOG scratches that itch perfectly. It's got a scope you can aim down. It fires in semi-auto. And the firepower on this thing, I don't know if it varies from the normal M16, but when I aim down the sights and open fire, I can one-tap to the head, just like a DMR, or a sniper, or really any other long-range weapon. This gun fires like a dream, It's easy to reload, obviously, because it's an M16. And God, I could find so many other good things to say about it. I know I said that I didn't want to be biased, I didn't want to do any 10 out of 10s, but this gun deserves it. Like, sure, there aren't too many circumstances where you would need this much range from your enemies, but if I can get a long distance shot on my enemy, I will freaking take it. M16 ACOG, 10 out of 10. And that's all that I got for the video. Let me know in the comments if you like this kind of video format. And if you do, I might consider making another one. I mean, I've already got another one, like, planned out in the works, but if you like this kind of content, if you like seeing me sit down and chat like this, let me know, and I might just do it. But yeah. Oh, shoot. See you all around.